Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Nick here with another news update for the upcoming Dune movie directed by Denis Villeneuve from Legendary and Warner Brothers. So yesterday we talked about the very first image revealed from the film thanks to Vanity Fair, and today they are continuing their coverage of Dune with an extended preview showing off many of the other characters, the planet of Arrakis, and expanding upon what their roles are going to be in the film. Now, off the bat, the article does confirm that Dune will in fact have a sequel, or at least the plan is to have a sequel as this film was split into two parts, similar to Stephen King's It recent adaptation. When Dune hits theaters on December 18th, it'll only be half of the iconic novel, with Warner Brothers already agreeing to tell the story in two films. Now, of course, worst case scenario, if the film underperforms, maybe we won't get that second part, but at this point it seems like they are committed to telling the story across two films, which is good news that they're not going to rush it in a 2-hour or 2.5-hour film, because the world is very expansive, which Villeneuve says. Another interesting thing that I found from the article is how they talk about the way that Baron Harkonnen is going to be created in the film. The Baron will be created via full-body prosthetics, and he's described as a rhino in human form. The article states that this version of the character is less of a madman and more of a predator. Villeneuve says, "As much as I deeply love the book, I always felt that the Baron was flirting very often with caricature, and I tried to bring him a bit more dimension. That's why I brought in Stellan Skarsgård. Stellan has something in the eyes. You feel that there's someone thinking, and that has tension and is calculating inside deep in the eyes. I can testify it can be quite frightening." So in the images, like I mentioned, that Vanity Fair dropped, we can see Paul and his mother Jessica in their still suits on Arrakis. We see Chani, Josh Brolin's in the character as Gurney Halleck, and we also see Jason Momoa as Duncan Idaho. And we also see Oscar Isaac in full armor as Duke Leto Atreides. Another intriguing change to the source material is that Denis has opted to update the character of Dr. Liet Kynes, the leading ecologist on Arrakis, and an independent power broker amidst the warring factions, who has no real allegiance to House Harkonnen or House Atreides. Traditionally depicted as a white man, the character is now played by a black woman, and Denis described that change because he felt there was a lack of prominent female characters in the cast, so he wanted to change the role. It also seems like Paul's mother, Lady Jessica, is going to have a bigger role in the film, as she's a member of the Bene Gesserit, a sect of women who can read minds, control people with their voice, and manipulate the balance of power in the universe. It seems like the script described Jessica as a warrior priestess rather than a space nun. She's going to be much more fierce. She's a soldier-like character in the film. Again, going back to Denis wanting to up the female characters and their prominence within the storyline. So overall, everything that I've seen so far of Dune gets me very excited. I really like the visual style they're going for this, the big sweeping landscapes. It looks like this is going to be an epic adventure meant to see on the big screen. And I can't wait to see, the sandworms and some of the other stuff that they're going to introduce, and also how they're going to portray some of the power sets on film, because this should be very different than any adaptation that we've had of Dune thus far. So drop your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think of these images and the overall look for Denis Villeneuve's version of Dune, which is supposed to hit theaters this December if all goes to plan? If you like this video and you want to see some more content like it, you can support me by hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it so you can be immediately notified whenever I drop some new content. If you want to hit me up on social media and talk about Dune or any other upcoming movies you're interested in, links are down in the description box below. With all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.